Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I will be talking about the Love is in the Air event that just started today and that will last until the 21st of February. So during this event you can get a lot of different rewards that you can only get during these 2 weeks. Some of these rewards are very well known, such as the Big Love Rockets, that is one of the most rare amount that you can still get right now in the game. You can also get many different toys and many other items that you can buy with the currency from this event, which are the love tokens. But in this video, I'm gonna really only focus on one item, which is the Swift Lovebird. This is the only item you can really make some gold with, and so that's why that's the only item I'm gonna mention. You have two other items that are here that you can make some gold with, the two pets, but they are not really worth anything, and I would not consider spending 40 of these love tokens on it. So for me, not worth mentioning. So this Swift Lovebird, as you can see, has a really good sell rate. So on average for European realm, the value is 180k, and on US realms is 200k. So this is really good for amounts that you can directly buy at the vendor. This is not, for instance, like the Minion of Grumpus that you can only get by having like a lot of chance. Here you can just farm your way into buying the mounts, so this is not too difficult. The only downside is that you need 270 of these love tokens. So in order to get these love tokens, you need to do two things. First of all, come in any of the capital and talk to this guy. Here you can see he will ask you if you want one of these lovely charm collector's kits, and you just click on it and you will receive it. As you can see, even if you delete it or if you lose it, you can just come back and get it. And you can get it on any of your characters. Once you have it, you can just kill some mobs or some players, and as long as they reward you with some experience or with some honor, you will receive some of these lovely charm. So on a level 60, you can still farm this lovely charm, even if indeed you are not earning any experience, but it's considered that as these are the mobs that should reward you with experience, you can receive some of these lovely charm. One thing that is important to note is that only when you finish the mob or the player, you will receive one of these lovely charms. So, for instance, if you are in a group of 2 and you're killing some mobs together, not everyone is going to get one lovely charm per mob that is going to die. Only the one who is finishing the mob will get the lovely charm. So in order to get some of these love tokens, you need one lovely charm bracelet. And in order to get this bracelet, you need to combine 10 of these lovely charms. So in order to get the 270 love token, you need on average, or not on average, you need 2,700 of these lovely charm, which will take a lot of time, as I'm going to explain just after. So really, this is the only downside of this mount. This is the fact that it will take you quite a lot of time in order to buy one and to then sell it. One thing that is important to notice is that these bracelets can be exchanged with other players. So you can either like directly exchange them to one of your character, or you can try to sell them. This is actually another way you can make gold with these different bracelets. You can just spam trade chat and say that you are willing to sell maybe 20 or 30 of these bracelets. You cannot sell them on the auction house or send them by mail because these are temporary items, but you can exchange them with other players from your realms, and you can post them into your guild vault or in your bank. So what I would recommend you to do is to simply, like, if you want to, for instance, like exchange some of them with some of your characters, have a common guild bank and to just post them in the guild bank and then take them back on your main character, and then you will have all of them on one character. Or you can use a middleman, one of your friend, someone from your guild, and the person can take all the bracelets on this character and then exchange them to your other main character. So there are 3 main ways on how you can make some gold with this mount and how you can farm this mount. So I'm going to try to explain each time what is, in my opinion, the most efficient way to do it, and yeah, just give my personal thoughts on what is the best way to farm this mount. So the first thing is going to be to really get this kit on all of your characters, because you can get some of these lovely charm on any of your character, even at level 10. at level 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60. So you can really get, just by having the kit on your character, get a lot of these lobby charms, for instance, by completing quests, by doing Torghast, by doing mythic dungeons, just by leveling up, or easily just by like farming BOEs, farms, things like that. You will get a lot of these lovely charms. So for me, just completing your usual activities and getting rewarded with some of these lovely charms at the same time is probably going to be one of the most efficient way to get the mount without having to spend too much time farming intensively these different lovely charms. The second way is going to be by really just spending hours killing the same mobs again and again just to get some of these lovely charms. So if you are level 60, one of the best way to do it is going to be in the different zones. So Ardenwold, you have like some good spots here in the north of the map, or also in the north of Ravendret, just there. You can also, for instance, combine this farm with other activities, such as, for instance, if you want to farm some leather, you can go here in Korthia, kills all these different like bears, boars, and you will then be able to also skin the mobs. So you will get some of these lovely charm, and then you will be able to skin the mobs. So this can be like also more interesting if you want to diversify a little bit the farm and not just farm the lovely charm. Apparently, another YouTuber called Student Albatross, who is one of the biggest gold maker on the platform, just shared a tip that if you create a level 10, especially a mage, you can come here in Kalimdor, in Durotar, in the starting zone for orcs in the Valley of Trials, and you have like a lot of boars on these two zones, and you can just chain kill them. I just tried it, it's working very well. You just really need to create a level 10 mage. So if you have like the Allied Rise, the Magyar Orc, you can simply create one mage. Then you just need to go in the capital, stop the experience with your character. So after that, even by killing all these different mobs, you won't have an increase in your experience. Create a good heirloom set, and then just go there and kill as many boars as you can, and then you should be able in like 2 hours to get 2,700 of these lovely charms. And so then it means that on average every 2 or 3 hours you will be able to get one of these mounts. One thing that he mentioned in this video is that probably a lot of people are going to do this farm, and this is actually already the case. I just released a video an hour ago, and there was already on my realm like a couple of people trying to do the farm. So unfortunately, it's probably going to be very crowded. And again, as this is something that you can do on any realm, probably a lot of people are going to come on other realms to also try to get some mounts on these realms. So probably, unfortunately, this is going to be a very difficult farm to do, but he said that there was many other farms also for Alliance players that he will talk about later on. And so just stay tuned. Probably he will come up with some good ideas. Next to that, of course, you can find probably like a lot of different good farms. I didn't really went too deep into that. For me, I think right now one of the ones that is going to be very interesting is, of course, the one in Korthia that I mentioned just here, because especially if you're doing a 2x4 or just a normal group with 4 other druids, you will be able to skin a lot of mobs and then to get quite a lot of lovely charms. Of course, less because again, you need to be the one finishing the mobs in order to get the lovely charm, but still you will get some, and you will also be able to get other items that are also worth a lot. The third way is of course going to be simply by flipping the items. So on many realms, this mount will drop in value, especially after the end of the event or during the event, as a lot of people are farming the mount. So what I would recommend you to do is just go on the Undermine Journal and check the value. And if you see that on your realm there are some very good opportunities, then just buy these different mounts. One other thing that is very important to always check before farming actively these mounts is to look at the value throughout the year on your realm. So as you can see, for instance, on this realm, the mount really stayed below 42, and most of the time around 25k throughout the year. So I would say that this is not a really good investment because you will probably like just sell it for 50k gold or something like that when it takes you like around 2 hours of intense farming. So it means probably like around 25k an hour, which is not so good, especially because the mount has only a sell rate of 0.06, which is not so good. So just go on this website, go look on your realm. You can simply go here and you can check on any realm to see if the mount was selling for a good price throughout the year or not. As you can see, this one, for instance, it was always at more than like 140 or like 80k gold. So here I would say yes, definitely try to get 2 or 3 of these mounts in your bank before the end of the event, and then you will most likely be able to sell them for quite a lot of gold throughout the year. Another important thing to mention is the fact that you can really farm these different tokens on every realm. So for instance, if you find like a realm with a really good value and you want to start investing in this realm, just create again like a level 10 and start doing these different little farms that you can do. And after a certain point, you will be able to have one mount and to then sell it on the auction house. So for me, this is like a good way to like try to diversify a little bit your gold making on different realms. So if you have the time to do it on multiple realms, I would recommend you to do it. And again, before that, just check if this is like a realm where you know you're going to be able to sell it for a good price. Again, avoid investing like 2 hours of your time for a mount that is going to sell for 20 or like 50k gold. This is definitely not worth it, and you can definitely do over farms that will reward you with better items. But as on many realms, this mount is still selling for quite a lot. I would recommend you to check and maybe consider investing on other realms. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, stay tuned for over farms. I will also check on my side, but I'm pretty sure that other YouTubers such as Student will probably come up with like a lot of good ideas. They're doing all these different farms over and over each year. So just stay tuned. I'm sure they will have more farms and maybe even more efficient ways to get some of these lovely charms in the like coming days. In the meantime, I would recommend you to go do this like farm with the boars, because unfortunately it might get nerfed at some point. Usually when there is something that is that good, Blizzard might consider just nerfing a little bit maybe the respawn of the boars or the numbers of loaded charms they are dropping. But right now it's working really fine, so do it. Try to maybe do it for 2 hours, get 1 month at least, and then at least it will be one, so that's already good. So I will be back, guys, with more videos. Hope you will be able to make some gold during this event, and also hopefully you will be able to get the big love rocket if it's not already the case. Anyway, have a good time farming these different mounts, and I will be back very soon. Bye.